for all the platforms to go live. We've got 1 out of 4 live. We got 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4. Waiting for that last one to go live, and then I will announce the broadcast. And we have not quite reached that point. Waiting for one more platform to go live. And there it is. Welcome live viewers, welcome replay viewers to my broadcast. I am simulcasting on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. All with the username Tiffany TLC Music, all my own music except one song written for me. Most of it's modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but I also do some vocal looping and some bluesy songs. And I come on most weekdays between 5:15 and 6 p.m., somewhere in there, if not a bit later. And I do encourage you to follow on any of the platforms, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. Not so much Haps right now. I'm taking a break from Haps because they've changed their formatting. Not sure if it's going to work for me. I especially encourage people to follow on Twitter. It's the only place where I make my rare but important announcements. But you can also watch there. So it's a 2-for-1 situation on Twitter. So with that said, I do want to mention that if you comment, your comment, wherever you're commenting from, will show up in the merged chat area. And it's the only way that I can see individual people and give you a shout out, ask how you're doing, stuff like that, is if you make your presence known by commenting. Because I can't really feasibly watch all the platforms at once individually. So I'm kind of in a central location to watch sort of what comes in from all. But all that I'm able to see are comments. I can't see like cards, stuff like that, unfortunately. But you can give me hearts in the comments. So it works out. So we're going to start. It's a TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. And as with most Fridays, I'm going to start with I'm So Done, even though for me it wasn't that much of a I'm so done kind of day, but for others, and I can do it, like I am done. I am really done with the week. I'd like to be done, but things went actually pretty well considering. It turns out. But let's do I'm So Done. I'm So Done is not about blaming people or anything like that, just about breaking free from stress. So that's why it's the perfect Friday song. So let's do it. By the way, for those of you who know that I've been struggling a little bit with my guitar cord, I just ordered a new cord today. Are you proud of me? Okay, here we go. That is a bit loud. Here we go. Ouch. And I'll be curious to see if it improves. Hi, Carrie! Guten Abend. Oh my. What does that mean? Is that in German? What is that? How are you doing, Carrie? I know my name. I recognize that because the 2 F symbols. How are you doing? Interesting. I have no guitar now at all. What? So I don't know if you heard, Carrie. Good evening in German. I guess the right language. I don't know if you heard that I ordered a cord. I was like, that's it. I'm doing it.
Down in the dark, deep underground. I'm coming up, I'm stepping out. It's all I can do. fine. But now I'm so done, done, done. Yeah, I wanna have fun, fun, fun. Wanna dance in the sun, sun, sun. With everyone, one. So happy I found my way to that part. Tenderly heal my heart. To trust in my grown-up self. To trust that I could ask and get help. 'Cause I'm so done, done, done. Yeah, I wanna have fun, fun, fun. Wanna dance in the sun, sun, sun. With everyone, one. 'Cause I'm so done, done, done. Yeah, I wanna have fun, fun, fun. Wanna dance in the sun, sun, sun. With everyone, one. With everyone, one. With everyone. Sounds great, Carrie. We've been listening to holiday meditation music throughout the day. We put on our TV like a crackling fire on YouTube, like one of the little crackling fire Christmas scenes. And then we play the music on a different thing on YouTube as well. And I haven't been singing a lot of songs, but that sounds great. So fun singing Christmas songs. So are you thinking of broadcasting? You're not going to broadcast directly to Periscope musicians, or will you? Can you do that? Or just broadcast on Facebook and then share it to the Periscope musicians and friends page or something? That sounds so fun. Because I guess you're not doing haps anymore, nor am I. Anyway, so I'm thinking about what I had in mind today was, I'm so done, one candle, my boys, and persist. Unless there are urgent requests, I do all my own songs. Yes, of course he does. Oh, I see. So you can just broadcast directly onto the channel. Oh, that's cool. Charles, welcome. I do not rap. Unless you count the thrift shop rap I did as a duck on Plushy Productions. No, I do not rap. I think it'd be fun. I think it is fun, but I don't do it routinely. Sorry. Anyway, let's do you have to restring your guitar. Sorry about that. First you have to restring your guitar. Ugh, what a drag. I'm sorry, Carrie. I hate restringing my guitar. That's why I bought these strings that claim to be like lifelong strings. I do rap. That's true. I rap with a W. I do wrap Christmas presents, but I try to keep it to a minimum. And I wrap birthday presents. Wouldn't that be an exciting broadcast? You guys could watch me rap. As in wrap presents. All right. You know, I gotta rearrange my desktop. Is it Elixir? Maybe it is Elixir. I can't remember. If you want, after the broadcast, I can take a picture of the pack and send it to you. And I've taken them in to be restrung, like I want to say 2 years gone by. And I've taken them in because sometimes I just haven't wanted to deal with it. And the guy's like, these sound great. You've been playing these every day? And I'm like, yeah. And they say, well, you don't need to change them. They sound great. And I'm like, okay. Isn't that funny? So go figure. I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging here so that I can
See better, various things. Okay, got it. All right, let's do another song. Let's do it. What do you all have planned for the weekend? Anything fun? You guys already decorated your Christmas tree, Carrie. Anybody, by the way, new or just you haven't gotten around to following yet, I do hope you consider following and also sharing the broadcast. Yeah, do you? Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's supposed to be the thing, right? I remember back in the day I did it every few months, but with these new strings, the guitar people were like, they sound great. You don't need to. So, okay. You're the experts. I mean, they claim they still sound really bright, and all the rest of it. So, I don't know. I'll send you a picture of the strings I get for you to consider. Because I do not enjoy stringing my guitar. I do not enjoy it. I would be willing if I had to, but apparently I don't. I mean, I do. I did finally change the strings. I actually think I changed them when one of them pretty much broke. It just stretched beyond recognition. I couldn't tune it anymore. So I'm like, okay, finally time. Oh, yuck. Oh, gosh. That's not fun. That's what you're doing this weekend. Woot woot. That sounds really fun. That sounds hard, isn't it? What's the weather like there these days? It's been in the 60s where we are. Unseasonably warm. Because normally it would be in the 50s by now in the day. Pretty much. Maybe the high 50s. What? No, I can't at least do Mongolian throat singing. What the heck is Mongolian throat singing? That would be impressive. I would be very impressed if I could do Mongolian throat singing. Carrie, do you know anything about Mongolian throat singing? You're finally healthy enough to do it with few complaints. All right, that's awesome. I mean, it's good. It's good that the weather's nice. Whoa, no, that would be really amazing. No, I have no clue how to do that. That sounds neat, though. Charles, do you broadcast on YouTube? Can you do Mongolian throat singing? Really? Carrie? Well, does Tennessee throat singing mean, can you sing two notes at once? How do you even do that? How is that? My niece is studying opera and she talks about singing semitones and things. And I'm not even sure quite what that means. Oh, you're just interested in Mongolia? Wow. I should learn more about Mongolia. I feel like I've known about Mongolia at different times, but at the moment, I'm not recalling much about Mongolia. But now I have something new to look into: Mongolian throat singing. I should take a picture of that. I'm really going to do that. Carrie, I don't know if you caught that I did order. The only reason I say that is not because it wouldn't be interesting, Charles, but because I'm notorious for taking pictures of things I'm going to follow up on and then not following up on them because I just don't find the time. But that does sound kind of interesting. Oh my. You use the lower throat and esophagus to make notes over your laryngeal notes. Wow. 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 I'd like to see that, Carrie. Can you do that on a broadcast? Maybe you can do that on the Christmas broadcast. I don't know how that would fit into the Christmas theme. Anyway, let's do another song. So let's do One Candle. I'm a lot happier than I was when I got on at first. So as time goes on, you guys help me feel happier, and then I don't need the sad songs. But this goes out, and I do at some level, but One candle is about feeling hopeless and helpless and needing a vision of coming together with others for a sense of hope. I wrote it just after our 2016 presidential election here in the US. It can sound good, but usually is awful. Hi, William. How are you doing? Yes, you do, William. Well, you don't. I don't like to say people make people happy, right? Or make people sad. In nonviolent communication, we talk about needs met and unmet are what cause our feelings. So that way we don't get into this idea of like, you have to force people to make you happy or sad, right? Or not sad. But the needs that people can meet, I can feel happy about those. I think the need met is just connection, and that's it. Just the need for connection with you guys. It gets met hanging out with you guys for sure. So let's do one candle. How are you doing, Willie? Do you have any plans for the weekend worth mentioning? I'm glad you're doing great. You just said that. I see that now. When you're one short candle in your hands and its flame is slim and it's flickering. When I don't know if I know that song. I won't interrupt myself anymore. I'll check comments on the back end. When the clouds are thick and the moon is thin and your sight is dim, come to me, oh, come to me, let us start as one, lift our candles up together now, brighter than the sun. We'll make our way through the night, holding hands warm and tight. More will join as we go, step by step, however slow. So come to me, oh, come to me, let us stand as one, lift our candles up together now, brighter than the sun. To navigate, we'll collaborate, not engage in hate, commit to share one fate, going peacefully with empathy, integrity, inclusivity. So come to me, oh, come to me, let us start as one, lift our candles up together now, brighter than the sun. We let science guide, set the unprovable aside, keep open minds, see what we find. We look inside, see where bias hides, expose it to light, invite it to take flight. So come to me, oh, come to me, let us start as one, lift our candles up together now, brighter than the sun. May take time, now and then we'll fall, but someday we'll reach our goals. Safety, equality, opportunity for all humanity. So come to me, oh, come to me, let us start as one, lift our candles up together now, brighter than the sun, brighter than the sun. Here's a modern example of throat singing that was on America's Got Talent. Unfortunately, I can't click, I can click that link, but you know what I guess I need to do? Unfortunately for my computer, I can't email myself. I can't get this to myself. From this particular computer. So you know what? Hey, you know what? Can you hear that? All right, we'll watch that later. Okay, back to the broadcast. But I've got it up. I'll watch it after this. Oh my God. Sunny and Care. The only thing is, Sunny was the guy. So that might be a problem. But I'd be like, Sunny. That would be fun. I'd love to sing with you someday too, Carrie. Let's hold out that hope. It's possible. It's possible sometime. It's more likely that you would come to California, although is Claire living here anymore? I saw something many months ago about her moving out of California. Is she back now? That's true. I am Sunny. Oh, I don't know that song. And on top of that, Charles, I'm sorry, I only do my own songs on here. Couple reasons for that. One, as a lawyer, I'm always thinking about copyright stuff. Just built into my DNA now. But the other thing is that, and maybe this sort of trumps everything, even if I could get around that issue. And I'm not saying I couldn't under some circumstances, but it takes a lot for me to learn a cover and to keep up with it, to kind of keep it as fresh knowledge in my brain as to how to play it. And so, right. Yeah. And really, the bigger issue, the kind of the bottom line is that even if I wanted to, okay, but does Claire live there now? I guess so. I guess that's what you're saying. She's now living in North Carolina. Okay. So you don't have any reason to visit California anymore, right, Carrie? Not like a Claire level reason. Well, someday. We've talked about, the family and I have talked about traveling, like trekking across the U.S. and stuff. But COVID kind of got in the way of a lot of our big travel plans, and I don't know how long that will last at this point with Omicron or whatever. God. Please, people, please look into getting vaccinated if you're not already vaccinated. I'm not somebody who's a spiritual person. People say, oh, we're all one. When it comes to this, physically, we are all so affected by one another's choices, and I really want to see us end this pandemic, and we can't let the virus reproduce itself over and over in so many people, because that gives it the opportunity to mutate, which then can lead to variants of concern. Yes. She lives in Love, North Carolina, Carrie. That's a city called Love. I need to hop on one of her broadcasts and tell her congratulations in person. Yay. I have brains. Thank you, Charles. I'm glad. It's always a bit of a sensitive subject to bring up. So, and I have a dear friend who does not believe in doing the vaccines for different reasons, and it's tough. I don't want to be dismissive of people's concerns. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and so I suggest if people have heard something that they try to find it corroborated by a couple of medical websites like Johns Hopkins, things like that. There are a lot of great myth-busting pages on those websites that will go through all the different pieces of misinformation out there and talk about the accurate information. So I always try to keep in mind when there's something that pops up on my Twitter feed that's by like Joe Schmo or whatever, that's A, might be a bot or whatever, and B, unless I see it corroborated with more than one known reliable source, I'm not gonna take it to heart. So I that's one way to kind of work around the rampant misinformation out there. It's tough. It's tough, and there's a lot of. Do they? They make hella good songs? Oh, you got to share one, Charles. Oh, Carrie, we don't go out, and when we do, we wear a mask. Let's check. We check periodically. I'm so sorry to hear you just moved up for high risk. So you know where to look for that. For anybody who doesn't know, if you're in the U.S., there's a great page on the CDC website. It's like County Tracker or something like that. If you search COVID, CDC county transmission, you can find out the rates in your county. And to my mind, that is one of the most relevant pieces of information to have when deciding what to do and what not to do. I also recommend checking out. Blind Joe. I thought you said by Billy Joel. Really disturbing message, but great song. Kind of like watching a movie about a murder. Oh, that does sound great. I can get behind this, like, hey, you know what? My rights. I get the feeling behind that. I just am sad that that's being applied in this context, I guess. Oh no, Carrie. All right. So I just looked. Oh, there it is. CDC COVID data tracker. If you click on that, let's see what our county is. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The other thing to check out, Charles, you might be interested in this. Microcovid.org. This is a calculator that you can use. It's put out by a nonprofit group with like 100 volunteers. So, you got to be patient with it, catching up with like the boosters and other things like that. But it'll give you a pretty good idea if you put in your county of your risk. You can say, hey, I'm willing to accept like a 1% chance of getting COVID a year. Okay, that's the standard risk level. Now, I have an event in mind. It's going to have 8 people. None of them will be wearing masks. We're indoors. And I don't know if they're vaccinated or not. And it's in this county or that county. And it'll tell you, wow, that'll use up 100%. Oh, really? It'll use like 100% of your risk value. Do you really? Is Alex Jones, do you find that a reliable source? I think I've heard concerning things about him, but I'm not placing the name exactly. All right, here we go. Wow, most of the counties are still high risk. Hey, our state is now only substantial. Oh my God. Let's put in community. If you want to share your county, Charles, we can put it in. But I should get back to the music here, or it's going to be late. Wow, it's a circle taking forever. Huh. Oh, okay. It's not letting me do it right now. It's like thinking. Oh, I see. Whatever he says. Oh, you're in Europe. Okay, no county there. Yeah, and this only applies to the states. Obviously, CDC. It's interesting. I'm getting like a circle, like it's thinking and thinking. So we will take a break. Let's do a song because I'm going to run out of time. So let's do My Boys. This is a song about. So what time is it there? I hope it's not too late. Everybody, all my European friends that watch always have to be on so late to catch me. It's really, I'm sad about that. Or early in the morning. Let's see, my boys. All right, here we go. So this is a song about my two sons when they were little. And it captures their personalities from that time pretty well. And honestly, my pick's gone. Oh, there it is. Honestly captures their three of him. Oh, are you having trouble sleeping? Is this a chronic issue? I get all the people who have insomnia, which I have had before. Thankfully, I seem to be done with it in my life. That's not entirely true. It's just less of an issue than it was, but it still besets me at certain times of the night. Hi, Dan. Here we go. Oh no, do I got a guitar? Here we go. My chord. I have a new chord on the way, you guys. What's happening? Come on. There we go. Why is it like, it's like maybe coming in, maybe not. Not sure whether it wants to come in or not. When Elliot smiles, his light it fills the room. When he senses your sadness, his eyes they fill with gloom. He'll invite you to play with a car or a ball, with his eyes and red hair shining like his love for us all. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, full to the sun. I breathe them. No, I messed up that. I think I've ever messed that song up before. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, full to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears, so dear. I draw them near. Keegan asks questions like raindrops on leaves, filling the earth, growing such beautiful things. His insights abound. He loves thinking things through. Dr. Seuss stories and his little brother too. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, full to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears, so dear. I draw them near. Oh, Carrie, they sit heads together, hair intertwined, along with their hands, along with their minds. Keegan reads the book, Elliot looks on. I take it all in before it is gone. My boys
I like flowers, white petals open, both to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears, so, so dear. I draw them near. I draw them near. That's so sweet, Carrie. Carrie says, Lily has, Tiffany, do you know the best thing about Christmas is Lily with her fresh, fun, fantastic imagination. Lily has her dad, her granddad, her uncle, her brothers, totally under her rule. She is the empress. She is Santa. No. She's the empress of the universe. I think kids are what make Christmas so special, really. A big part of it. That and the decorations. As long as they don't destroy the decorations. We have to have a fence around our Christmas tree because of our puppy. It's very ugly. It's like a low gate, but it really ruins the look. And I remember having to do something similar when we had toddlers. How old is Lily now? 3? Is she able to not tear the Christmas tree down? Anyway, we're going to do one more song because it's getting late. We're going to do Persist. This is about sticking with things that are difficult that matter to you. I wrote it about my political activism, but it could apply to anything that you just want to persist with. It's a fight song. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Do you have like a baby gate around there? It's so ugly. It really takes a lot out of the Christmas tree experience for me. 16 in a couple weeks. Oh, that's great. All right, guys, I'm tired. Excuse me. This is going to send us out. Let me just chat for a moment before we do that. I am a singer-songwriter. Amongst a number of things I do mostly modern American folk, but I also do some bluesy songs and vocal looping songs. But most of my stuff's on acoustic guitar, and I come on most weekdays between 5:15 and 6 p.m. Pacific time, sometimes a little later. I'm on late. And I invite you to follow me. Please do share the broadcast as well. That would mean a lot. Get the word out. But you can follow me on any of these places. I especially recommend Twitter. It's the only place where you can both watch and get my infrequent but important announcements. And Tiffany TLC Music is the username everywhere, so that makes it easy. And it's free of charge just to join the TLC family, how I like to put it. Sisters and brothers, well, I know it's been hard. I know you are weary, maybe even scarred, but just look what we've done. Let love lead the way. We've made all of the difference, so we'll continue this way. Yes, we will act, we will resist, we will persist every day we exist. 'Cause when we act, when we resist, when we persist, I know, you know, we know we've got this. When we stand for love and empathy for all, that help everyone stand tall. And when we do it together now, standing side by side, leaning on each other now. We are up for the ride, so yes, we will act, we will resist, we will persist every day we exist. 'Cause when we act, when we resist, when we persist, I know, you know, we know we've got this. When every single one of us does something each day to make the world more fair, and does it in their own way, big or small, we value it all. 'Cause when we include everyone, we rise, we rise, we rise like the sun. So yes, we will act, we will resist, we will persist every day we exist. 'Cause when we act, when we resist, when we persist, I know, you know, we know we've got this. Yeah, I know, you know, we know we've got this. Yes. Carrie, let me go back and scroll through here. Yes, it is right on time. Carrie, my kids did that obsessively until they were like, I want to say 10. And it just had no qualms about it, you know? He would just like, we would say, naked boy, because they would just start running around the house. Kind of like with puppies and dogs, you say zoomies, they get the zoomies. This is apparently not our word. We came up with that, but so did 20 million other people. They run around the house like crazy, especially after a bath. It's called the zoomies. It's like kids get the zoomies, and sometimes they do it naked. Let me tell you about Nathan Aldergrounds. I remember him at 3 years old helping his grandmother up the steps. He's always been sweet. Dang, he's 20 now. Wow. Aw, that's so sweet. I know. I'll see what you mean. Well, like I said, I know what you mean when you talk about the running around naked. Been there, seen that. Finally, at one point, like when Grandma was over, it was like he started to, I don't remember who brought it up first. I think I didn't want to break his innocence, you know, but at some point it was like, I don't know what happened. Maybe he got self-conscious and you know, they eventually stopped, but it took a while. It was so cute. They love to run naked in the sprinklers, especially, which those great memories. All right, guys. Well, I know they grow so fast. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. My kids are 21 and just about to turn 18 now. What? It's crazy. Thanks for being with me, Carrie. Charles, nice to meet you. I hope you consider following Dan as well. Others live and replay. Thank you for being with me. TLC to you from me. And again, do please consider sharing the broadcast, following, checking me out next time I come on. It's going to be a weekend break because I don't broadcast on the weekends, but I should be back on Monday if all is well. If not, I will post a message on Twitter to explain. It ain't funny, that's it.
That's it, Carrie. There comes a point where it's like, because of our prudish society, we still walk around naked with each other. But I know, which is like probably, I know that's like third world country quite common, but we just, whatever. But running around naked when there's relatives over, that was cute until around 10. And even then, we have very liberal relatives, so they probably were more understanding than some relatives would be. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time. Means so much to be with you. Have a good one. Thank you, Carrie. Big hugs. Bye.